Peace, and welcome to another episode of Randumb Thoughtz. I am your host, the LYR to the ICS. It's Lyrics, y'all. Hey, yo, it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day here in Bronx, New York. The birds are chirping, the bums pissing in the street, and it's a good Sunday to be alive, above ground. Peace, Ether. What's going on? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Good to see you. Before we start this episode of Randumb Thoughtz, I just want to let you guys know, like, even though I'm here today, I'm not here today. Like, I am not good today. I recently lost my brother, my older brother, this past Wednesday. Just want to say a special rest in peace to my brother Eric, aka E-Mac. You know what I'm saying? Immaculate. You know what I'm saying? He used to rap like back in the 80s and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I always used to make fun of his like the group he was with, like they rap name, but I'm not gonna do it today, man. But you know, rest in power to Eric. You know what I'm saying? From myself, you know, the team here, Randumb Thoughtz. I even speak for the whole Shinnery clan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would definitely love, you definitely be missed. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bushwick, Gates Avenue, between Evergreen and Central. You know, everybody there. You know, special shout out to the fam. And y'all know who y'all are. And I'm gonna try my best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy to be here today, but you know what I'm saying? I'll still hold a heavy heart today. So, you know, what you gonna do? But anywho, we here. Crew, what's poppin'?
Yeah, we got you, Lyrics. Don't worry about it, man.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
worry about it. We got you.
Thank you.
It's all love here, man.
Thank you, Mr. RJC78. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Rest in power to that dude. He helped me move into, when I actually moved to Brooklyn, Bushwick. He helped me move in. So
RJC.
good guy, man. Yeah, good dude.
Hi, Taisha.
Hey, Taisha. How you doing?
What's up, Taisha? So, yeah, power to that dude, man. But yeah,
Steph, what's going on with you?
I'm chilling. Yeah, you know, y'all know who it is. It's Steph, yo. Stephanie Gale here. I am live in Falls Church, Virginia. I'm outside. Finally, COVID free, thank goodness. And happy to report my mother is also negative as of today. So
That's what's up.
we feeling good. We're feeling good. I'm out here though because I have a performance right after Randumb Thoughtz, and yeah, I'm out here early, just relaxing, taking in this nature that I don't normally get to take in as often as I would like, but happy to be here.
Cool. That's
And
what's up.
oh, I got my new shirt, my Chante Moore shirt, made by Art Simpson. Shout out to Art Simpson.
Shout out to R. Simpson.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of them. I bought this one. I gave my brother's girlfriend as a birthday present. I gave her the Sade shirt, which is dope. And then I gave my,
in that style, I would like to see that.
Yeah, in this style. Yeah, hers is gray, but hers is dope. And then
I used to have the biggest crush on Shantae Moore back in the day. Worked that mother.
I thought you said Sade. I had a huge crush
no
on
Sade. Yeah,
and still do.
Yeah,
you know, Sade is the name of the group, right? That's not the name of the lady.
She's Sade. Yeah,
no,
she's
that's
Sade.
her name.
That's her name.
Oh, that's her name? Oh, shit. My fault.
That's
like,
the situation where they named the group after the person. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're the
all right. Yeah, my dumb ass. My fault.
Don't tell me I have a crush on a group. Nah, I don't do that.
Yeah, that's her nickname. Yeah. But
Oh, shit.
That's the short name, but that's the nickname of her, you know, her actual name.
Gotcha.
But, isn't that like Ola Sade or something like that?
Yeah, it's like a African name. I'm not.
She's
sure
Nigerian,
exactly.
yeah. So,
she originally from England and shit, right?
Well, she grew up in England, yeah, but I think she's from Nigeria original.
Well, you know what I'm saying, like because they have a lot of Africans out in London, from what I heard, like
Specific,
people of African
yeah,
descent.
specific Nigerian. Yeah, definitely a lot of Nigerians out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamaicans. I've heard a lot of Jamaicans
A
out there
lot
as
of
well.
Jamaicans over
Yeah,
there.
shout out to my brother, the Fire Hooligan, man. He just came on the project. He's from England, but I know he's of Jamaican descent. You know what I'm saying? Rap Alliance, we in the building. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, and then for my brother, I gave him 2 shirts from Art Simpson as well. I gave him a Tupac shirt and a Biggie shirt. I was gonna keep the Biggie shirt. And then we had a conversation. I was like, "Who do you like more, Tupac or Biggie?" He was like, "You know, I'm Team Biggie." I was like, "Fuck." I had to give him my shirt. So, you know, it was nice to give my brother, you know, a good birthday present. So
He had birthdays around the same time. His significant other and
yeah, her
him as
birthday
well?
is the 19th, and my brother's is the 20th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, happy born day to both of them.
Yeah, definitely happy birthday to them.
Advis, brother Ad, aka the Black Acronym, LA's top superhero. What's poppin'?
Oh my goodness. What's going on, y'all? Peace and love. We here. ADV in the spot, Advis. We're here with another episode of Randumb Thoughtz Talk series. Shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to all the Randalls, whether if you're here on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook is still tripping, so we're not going to be facing that book anymore. But other than that, check out the website, www.randomthoughtz.com. And of course, I'm going to leave that to the Spelling Bee champ, since now I guess I'm the superhero of LA. I didn't know that was the case. But
Hey, Benny.
but
What's up, Benny?
Grateful for life. Just grateful for, another day, and thankful for the people that's around, and being able to actually practice almost all the different elements of hip hop. So that's been fun.
Word. Famous Ramos.
What's going on, everybody? Good. Living, still alive, still able to support myself. So it's a good day. People have it worse, and just ready to get in the show when you guys are ready.
And get a fan.
And get what?
A fan.
I have a fan.
You need multiple fans.
If I'm sweating that much or something?
No, you have only one fan, so you're only fan.
Oh, I get it.
All right.
I get it. All right.
Okay, dad joke there. All right, let's move on.
Of course.
Okay. Do we have any house cleaning going
on? Yeah, we actually the birthdays aren't until they're later on this week. But we gotta send a shout out to friends of the room. The other guys, their birthdays are July 31st and August 1st.
I know Isaiah's is August 1st.
August 1st.
I didn't know Mighty Joe was July 31st though.
July 31st. Yep. So happy birthday to both of y'all. Salute to y'all.
Happy birthday to the other guys, man. You know what I'm saying?
That episode with you and Tone Deaf and was it Divine Drummer too? He was on there too.
Yeah.
That episode is legendary. So
Word.
Still one of our, I would say top 3 episodes. That was a good episode. So yeah, shout out to y'all. Happy birthday to you guys.
It was very insightful. It was a very, really good and insightful episode. I'm not gonna lie to you on that.
It was a lot of jewels dropped that day. So, yeah, happy birthday to y'all.
We got any other birthdays?
Any other birthdays? Happy birthday to my cousin Gail Davenport down in the Carolinas. Happy birthday to you. And
happy birthday, Gail Davenport.
Yeah, and that's all I have.
Double check your mental calendar, Steph.
Well, today's a villain's birthday. He's actually been on the show twice. Miles Cunningham. Oh, happy birthday, Miles Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to speak
to Miles Cunningham.
Yeah, I got a chance to speak to him. You know what I'm saying? He's in the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? Doing it up like a boss.
Good.
You know,
He's safe from me. So yeah.
Don't start some shit, Steph. Don't start shit. The man is enjoying his life.
Because guaranteed, if he would have showed up, he
on
would
his
have
birthday,
on his
motherfucking birthday. Can you wait till next
birthday rap? Okay.
Can you wait till next week or some shit? Like, yo, you on his birthday? Damn. Shit.
I'm gonna be like Sha'Carri Richardson when she beat what was her name? Shantice Jackson, I believe her name, the runner from Jamaica, whooped her ass on her birthday.
Oh yeah, also happy birthday to the homegirl Karen. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my Facebook friends. You know what I'm saying? She's a pretty good friend to in real life. You know, happy born day, Karen. Well, there was somebody else. What? No, she's a black Karen. She's a black.
I know, but I'm saying that name forever now just doesn't sit right. When
I know it's cringeworthy. It's real fucking cringeworthy. But it ain't her fault. It's her mama's fault. Like we gotta blame Karen mama. Like you sitting there. I know it's cringeworthy, but that's Karen mama and them fault.
You need to blame the Karens that started it all.
Yeah,
that's what you need to blame.
Jesus, them too. Like, but anyway, happy birthday, Karen. And as usual, happy birthday to everybody on my Facebook page for the duration of the week. Because some of y'all, I forgot. Oh, shit. Also, happy belated birthday to a good friend of mine, Cherie Lenora. I know her birthday was a couple of days ago. You know, and like there was somebody else's birthday. Damn, I forgot. Shit. Anyway, happy birthday to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Also, I want to say, like I was saying before, my boy, the Fly Hooligan, just came out with what is it? I think it's the Hooligan mixtape 2. Yeah. I think it's the Fly mixtape 2. This is one of them shits. Anyway, like he came out with a new project. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, please do all that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he came out with the mixtape. Shout out to the Fly Hooligan. Shout out to everybody in England. You know what I mean? V Smiles TV, peace. What's going on?
What's up, V Smiles?
Oh boy, here we go. Leo season. Okay, cool. You know, I can't wait till Virgo season that comes and whatever, because I'm gonna be Virgo seasoning all day. Like Virgo season, all that. Like anyway, right?
Yeah, I said
Virgo seasoning.
Yep, exactly, Eric. The same thing.
Season. I wonder what that tastes like.
Virgo season all day. Fuck it. Like anyway, yo, shout out to all the Leos, man. Like if your birthdays around there, you know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to you. You know, also Let the Dirt Say Amen finally came out with his album.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, B. No problem. That's what's up. Like Let the Dirt Say Amen just came out with his album I Love You, I'm Not Sorry. Now it's on all streaming platforms now. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely go check that album out. Like I said, my favorite joints on it is Spray Toner 500 and Whammy Heist. You know what I'm saying? The whammies is it's a real thing. I know Steph, I know you know about the whammies. So,
yeah.
Like,
it's the DMV's Grammys, basically.
Yeah, this man is like a 2 or 3 time Whammy award winner. Like, Let the Dirt Say Amen. He really won Whammy. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he came with that song, Whammy Heist. Check out the videos for Spray Toner 500 and Whammy Heist, which is now on YouTube. Check those videos out. The Whammy Heist video, Dirt, I gotta say, you are damn fool. You literally had me laughing and crashing up the rental and shit, messing around with that goddamn video. That Whammy Heist video had me crying. Shout out to Georgia Ann Muldrow. She was in the video. You know what I'm saying? So that Whammy Heist video.
Better Minds
Evolving. Peace, brother. You know what I'm saying? So go check that out. Do we got anything else? Any albums that came out that y'all want to talk about?
Do we have any? I know some singles came out. I know KRS-One just actually speaking of
Oh,
He's having a show.
KRS-One just dropped something with Diamond D.
He's having a show. If you don't know, in Lincoln Center, they have like a band shell. It's coming up free. Anybody in the New York area? Check it out. I want to say it's coming up. I'm not sure exactly the date. I think it's. Let me check. Where you guys talking?
Oh, speaking of DJs, man, I gotta say a special rest in peace to DJ Polo, who recently passed away. For those who don't know who DJ Polo is, he was the DJ. Oh, sorry, ma'am. Sorry, miss. Better Minds Evolving is a her. My apologies. Sorry about that. It sounded like a guy name, but you are a girl. You are a female.
I could tell by the picture that was a female, but you know.
I wasn't paying too much attention. Okay, sorry.
It was giving female energy.
Sorry, Miss Female. I'm sorry.
We just off to a great start now.
Miss Jackson. Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, DJ Polo. Oh wow, yeah. Salute, sisters. Yes, most definitely. John Logic hit it on the nail. No, I'll just say real quick.
We need to go in, ladies.
DJ. But no going in ass cracks. Okay, so I'm just saying. So
I don't know. Some of us are freaky. So anyway, yeah, go ahead. Rest in peace, DJ Polo.
August 9th, KRS-One and Slick Rick.
Nice.
Got you. I gotta keep that in mind. I definitely gotta keep that in mind. DJ Polo, he was the DJ of Cool G Rap when he first came out. I would say back in like the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, right about?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, DJ Polo also did some work. So, it's like he been DJing all over. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, my condolences to his family. One of the illest DJs, you will be missed. Definitely. So if we don't got anything else, man, y'all ready?
As ready as we can be.
All right, because it's time to let the fuckery commence. Let's get it.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. iRant Network and the founder of the Ranters Union, Logic, aka Mr. M, recommends that you take what is said and do your own research. Read a goddamn book and form your own opinion. Furthermore, listen carefully to the Ranters rant and debate their opinions and form your own conclusion. Thank you for watching this member-supported program, powered by the Ranters Union and produced for the iRant Network. Good day.
Yes, and we are back. So now it's time to start some shit. All right, so today's episode is episode 6-16, right?
Yep.
6-16, like I was saying. What is feminism really supposed to be? Yep, that part. So, does anybody want to pull up the definition of feminism?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now, actually.
Before we start this shit and say people start going up in asses, we need to, let you guys understand what we're talking about. So we like to read definitions sometimes of specific words. So you niggas will understand.
Let's see. According to the Oxford Dictionary, feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes.
Equality, sexes. equality.
Yeah. Yeah, there you have it. That's our show for today, guys. No. Yeah, so that's and that's how it was supposed to start. Hey, Justine, what's up?
Hey, Justine.
The little rando.
If you would like to come on and start some shit, then somebody got the link. I want Lyrics to tell me what he think it is, what he thinks it is. Benny, look, can we just lay off on me today, man? Like you know what? Check the playback. Check the playback in the original, not the original. Check the playback of this episode and see why I said that. But otherwise than that, I really had to pick a day for y'all to try to get in my ass, man. Pause, no diddy. I said that with the quickness.
Yeah. So what's our response to that, guys?
I'm gonna say it like this. I can tell you this. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, my mother, she was also feminist stuff. She always believed in true equality for women. Like, if a man works this type of job and gets this type of pay, a woman should work this type of job and get this type of pay as well. Okay, listen. AI Overview says feminism is a collection of social theories, political movements, and moral philosophies that aim to establish equality for all sexes in personal, social, economic, and political aspects. Yep, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. I mean,
that works for me.
It works. It works for me too. Fuck it. But I'm gonna be honest with you. And I remember as a kid, I used to have questions about it because I was all for the feminism thing because I felt that if a man has a right to drive, a woman should have a right to drive too, right? That's before I got on the road with specific female drivers. Yeah. At least in New York City. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, y'all suck. In New York City.
That's a very broad brush to stroke with. All right.
But you know how many of them almost stroked the car that I was in and tried to damn near end my life because they want to be on Instagram in daddy's fucking Buick or daddy's fucking Mercedes?
Buick? Who drives a Buick?
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. You would be surprised. Yes, Buick.
As we switch in lanes.
What are we talking about? This 1980 Buick? We talking about 70 Buick?
We probably talking about 80s, 90s, or some shit. But what I'm saying,
I'm talking a tank right there.
Well, no, I'm not really. I didn't mean Buick, but I did mean to say like BMW or Mercedes or whatever. I had so many close calls against female drivers in New York City that there's only a handful that I can trust with my life, whether they're drunk or they're sober, that are great female drivers.
Lyrics?
I'm choosing violence like a motherfucker today. I'm jumping out the window.
There was no options given. He just said, you know what? That piece shit, get the fuck out of here.
He started before the disclaimer. We knew what we were getting into before the disclaimer even came up on the screen.
No, but I will say this respectively. For those females that really believe in a way of feminism and honestly want equality, I'm with that. As long as you are woman enough to accept the consequences and as long as you can be accountable and accept the consequences that come with equality. Because like anything with the good, there's always the bad. If you fuck up at a job, you should be able to handle your firing just like how a man handles his firing if he fucks up at a job.
I think that's more about accountability and personal accountability, which is, I mean,
yeah,
go hand in hand, but it's not exclusive to your gender. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's not exclusive.
No, because it's a part of feminism. I mean, it's a part of what they believe. At least how I understood it from how my mother went about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
not necessarily the same thing. Like you talking about firing, that's about personal conduct. That's not. It doesn't have anything.
I don't think anybody can take a firing. I think everybody hates getting fired. I'm pretty sure. I mean, unless they
but I've seen some shit. Let's just put it that way. So
Look, I was let go once. I took it like a G. Well, I went down swinging though.
Steph took out the whole company. They no longer exist.
Nah, I could have sued them. To be honest with you, when I left, I could have sued them. They were so afraid when I went down. When I was let go, they gave me money. Like money.
That's what
they
I was
gave
saying.
me bread when I left.
Yo, John said, I used to love getting fired. Unemployment here I come.
Exactly.
It depends why you get. It depends why you get fired, though. It depends.
Okay.
If they can prove you're negligible at certain things, you won't get that shit.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. Okay. Mine wasn't like it wasn't disciplinary related. I dealt with it's a long story, but I had dealt with a manager that was very discriminatory, but he had left before I was let go. And they had already started the process. So, but when I wrote them the letter, because I knew I was going down, I was like, oh, y'all gonna do this shit to me? All right, I got y'all. I'm lethal with this pen. Y'all can fuck with me if you want. And sure enough, they let me go on the day that they were giving out bonuses. Not only did I leave with my bonus, I left with vacation. I left with all my sick time. I left with extra severance. I left with, I don't know what, they pulled stuff out of their ass. Yo, I went in. They were like, please don't sue us, because they knew I knew some shit on them.
Better Minds Evolving said, I get it. If you want to be equal and work for a construction company, then you should be able to handle the men work that they do there, but yet they still just hold a sign. No, not all men. There's some that. All right, so I understand that's an example, but let's go to another example on the construction site. Let's say you work for the demolition crew. Do you know what the demolition crew does? The demolition. Wow. Oh shit. Yeah. No. You know what, Justine? Since you want to sit there and show support, bring your ass and show support on the goddamn camera. Like, let's do it. I'm in fucking mode today. Let's go, baby. Like, not for the men. Oh, okay. Oh,
we're gonna bring up another subject that's been the subject of this week since
what's up?
We're talking about feminism and all. No, we're gonna get into it later. You go ahead.
We're talking about Kamala Harris.
Yeah, I read the comment wrong like a motherfucker.
Simmer and sizzle for now. We're gonna cook later.
That's for the women. Oh, okay, my fault.
We're just simmering right now. Wait till we boil.
Fuck it. We can all boil. We all gonna be some boiling motherfuckers in this bitch.
What's boiling in the pot? I want to know. I don't like secrets.
You know,
fuck
after
it.
that, yeah.
Fuck
after
it.
that last, what was it, Battle of the Sexes episode? That shit. Yeah, that shit.
What are you talking about?
I don't remember the last episode.
What was it? It was about single mothers, I think. That episode. Yeah, that one.
Are you pointing that laser beam at someone specific, Steph?
Yeah, she's pointing at me. She pointed at me, and I love it.
All those Negroes. I'm talking about the men in the comment section too, acting a fool.
Well,
dumbass shit. Actually, yeah, all of y'all. I put all of y'all in the pot.
But well, you know what? It also,
I don't know what I'm accountable for.
Y'all said some questionable things that day. But yeah, go ahead.
It wasn't questionable. It was straight up and honest. So anyway,
it wasn't honest.
Well, no, some of the shit was questionable. One or two was.
But
what are we talking about?
That much because I'm outside.
Literally, added like I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about either.
Y'all getting some steel toe boots in your ass today. But go ahead.
No Diddy.
Go ahead, lyrics.
No, because I'm gonna be wearing a metal lined onesie.
You gonna wear a chastity belt?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like a knight up in here. Like there's no.
Oh wait. Taisha, I want to read this shit. Just like how Americans view Vice President Kamala Harris.
I agree with
For
that.
her being a female, and they think she is not fit to be the leader of this country. Feminism is very active. Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And I'm going to be honest with you, Taisha. It's not because of that. There's more to Kamala Harris than just her being a female and her being incompetent to run the country because she's a female. She's fucking incompetent to run the country because she's very one-sided. Yes, sorry, misconception. She is very one-sided. She is for her Indian people. Because remember, she's half Jamaican, half Indian. She is not gonna lie. I see a lot of sexist hate.
Very.
And it's gonna be.
No, but she got niggas locked up for over like stupid ass weed charges. Fuck out of here. Like I'm not doing all that.
That's not true.
Peace, Kelso.
Do the research.
I did the research.
It's not true.
I stated this a number of times. Like
Lyrics, you already
she's
know.
not going to win. I don't believe she's going to win.
Back.
No, let's run it back.
We're not running that back.
Let's run it back.
Okay.
We on YouTube now.
She's not going to win because for two reasons. This country is misogynist and is racist. So
I think that's going to change.
The likelihood of winning is very, very slim.
Have you watched?
We were in a post-racial society.
No, have you been watching the news?
We were never in a post-racial society. Just because people saying kumbaya bullshit doesn't mean it's reality.
Have you been watching the news? Ever since she joined the race, you know, voter registration is going up 700 times is normal average. 700 times.
Are we gonna? Yes. Okay.
And I'm talking.
We know the reasons why people win.
The majority of it is from 18 to 34.
I agree with you. I agree with your job, but it depends on the people in one regard. If the people want something and it's a consensus and it's the best interest of the representatives, they will get what they want in there.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? But it's to that degree. It has to be very strong, like opinionated. It has
to
be like you know what I mean? Like it depends.
This is not the day. I'm telling you, this is not the days of old. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
go
ahead.
But I'm just saying it's not the days of old. And I said this to everyone that brought up this subject because I kept asking, what do you think of Kamala Harris joining? I just wanted to hear people's opinions. And personally, I say when she joined the race, I was like,
better mind.
Shit's gonna change.
We understand that.
It's gonna change. It's gonna change for the worse. We are fucked.
It's not. I'm telling you. I'm looking at the trends now. Like I said, voter registration went up.
Do you know this woman? Okay, no. Do you know this woman is not? This woman is not for African American rights. She's not for African American people. No, that is true. She said it in a fucking interview before Joe Biden got elected. The woman said in the interview. She said in the interview, "Why do I have to help black people?" You know what I'm saying? Like just because I'm half black, why do I have to help black people?
Wait, bring it up.
What's the context? What's the context?
Yeah, somebody bring that shit up if they job. You can find that shit. Please bring it up.
But what was the context of the conversation? That's why I'm like the whole.
I really don't know. It was an actual clip of it, but they showed that clip.
It's probably the same thing that happened with Obama. It's not just black people's president, but everybody's president.
Obama did a lot for black people, but
no, my phone job.
No, he didn't. Okay, all right. I can name the initiatives that Obama was a part of.
Nothing is 100% LOL. Kamala's a cohort escort, but in position cost-based.
Nothing is 100%.
Kamala 100% conviction rate. Harris. Nothing is 100% LOL. Kamala's a cold-hearted escort. Position to cause racial and gender wars amongst the masses. Enjoy the movie. Grab your popcorn. Kelso?
It's at least gonna be an interesting show. We're gonna have an interesting show for the.
Yes, we are.
Okay,
yes, the fuck we are.
That 70 show? You from that 70 show?
No, let's bring up the numbers. She dealt with what 1,900 cases as district attorney. 1,900 cases.
Okay.
When she was in office, it was actually a 66% conviction rate drop.
Thank you. She has a history of terrorizing black men in California.
That's not true.
Terrorizing.
She actually initiated some programs
She tried to terrorize Abdiz, man. He got away safe.
Do you support reparations for Black people?
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. Mm-hmm. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, Black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of Black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. Okay. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people.
I don't see a serious issue with that.
Do something that's only gonna benefit Black people.
As a politician, she can't make that statement that specific benefit one people. You know this.
Right. So
it would make her look like a bad candidate, like a bad politician overall. She'd be like, "Oh, I'm only looking out for this group." You think the rest of the country's gonna be okay with that? She's trying to win the presidency or win at that time. Win the vice
she has certain goals in mind, and she has to act in a certain way to get to those goals. That's just the way of politics. That's
here's what Taisha said.
Hold on, real quick. I wanted to what Benny had ended up saying about where reparations was coming from. The funny thing is, I was going to say, I think we're still paying into owning what slave owners. In particular, that's where some of our tax stuff has still been going. I know I saw it on an article, but I forgot which article in particular. So even if we're saying where the reparations come from, our taxes still being paid to slave owners still.
Because after the Civil War, they were giving
reparations
that we still paying to the families or people who own human beings. That
I want to say it finished up, but I think it was almost up until 2000 and like maybe 16, 17. It's one of those, but it was up that late. Not now, hopefully not now, but that's what was at least.
And I believe that was only supposed to be temporary. I think Lincoln put it in place because he didn't want the economy to crumble. Yeah. And that was only supposed to be temporary. And while he was alive, of course, we were supposed to get our, 40 acres and a mule. And that was in place for a time until he was assassinated. And then when the new administration came in, that was taken away. So I think only like maybe 10 people were able to retain their 40 acres in a mule contract. It was very few. But
well, here's what Taisha says right here. She says, "I don't care what Americans think about VP Kamala Harris. I'm going to be volunteer and campaign for her. She stands a chance to be president. Too much people hating on her. Yes, yeah. You know what? You get the mad, angry emojis. All the fuck you want. You can get 15 to 20 of them shits up there. Let me tell you something. I know you don't care what they think about what they think about Kamala Harris, but understand, if she wasn't a slime ball, because I think she's a slime ball. I'm gonna say
not a slime ball.
She's a fucking slime ball.
It's flawed. Your information is flawed.
Floored my ass.
1,900 cases. 45, what was it? 45 serious convictions.
What did Advis call me? The spelling bee champion?
And she had a 66, there was a 66% drop in conviction rates. Versus her predecessor.
SLIMEBALL.
Give me the proof. Cite your sources, because you're not citing sources, my dude.
The only source I know, and I don't know how
Kelso
this case was, but there was a case.
Okay, sorry.
There was a case of an actor that I believe he was in a big show recently in the past number of years.
Johnny Depp?
No, it was a black actor. He's actually, I'm gonna find the name of him, but he basically has stated like he was wrongly convicted underneath Kamala Harris. And after that, I think that's when all the people were like putting that hate on her because that specific case. I'll find out the name, but I don't have the sources to say, oh, this happened prevalently. If you can pull up the statistics, or we can pull it up and look at it like we should, and see the cases and see the percentage, then we'll have a better idea of what's going on.
I know.
Hey, you think I'm bad? You think I'm bad?
What do you mean?
First of all,
hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on a second. You think I'm bad? You should hear what Dr. Umar Johnson had to say about this whole shit with Kamala Harris. I saw an interview today. What was it? It was Art of Something. It was the Art of Something channel.
I know what you're talking about.
The Art of Dialogue page on YouTube.
That's the actor.
What?
That's the actor.
Arrested and charged. That's it.
Was the first time you saw Kamala Harris in person the day that the verdict was issued?
She showed up at the two most pivotal times in this first trial, and me being convicted and me being sentenced. She wanted to be present for a celebration of a conviction.
That's what it felt like, celebration?
A celebration, that's what it felt like. The reactions I get when I tell people my story is, they say it's the worst nightmare. It's the closest thing to dying.
The closest thing to dying.
So this man was on the movie Last Man in San Francisco.
Quote real quick. The job of a progressive prosecutor is to look out for those overlooked, to speak up for those whose voices aren't being heard, to see and address the causes of crime, not just their consequences, and to shine a light on the inequality and unfairness that lead to injustice. It is to recognize that not everyone needs punishment, that what many need, quite obviously, is help. Kamala Harris wrote that in her book, The Truths We Hold. Does that sound consistent with the kind of with the brand of justice that you saw administered by offices that she was running?
It definitely sounds like Kamala Harris right now as a senator. But at the time of her being the head district attorney of San Francisco, that is almost polar opposite of what I felt and what our community felt in San Francisco.
So Jamal, where are we?
Right now we are in Sunnydale Projects, where I was born and raised at. Now, this isn't a place that you'll want to bring outsiders into, and a place that they don't want to go. This ain't a place that feels comfortable. It feels like you might get robbed, you might get shot.
Police were keeping files on you, and your brothers, and other people who were living in Sunnydale from a very young age.
They already had me labeled because I'm in this community as a potential gang member, potential killer, potential drug dealer. You gotta wake up to the fact that, things are set up against us.
There is a conspiracy.
Yes.
It happened to you.
Exactly.
It's proven in court.
Absolutely. Places like this have been developed for predominantly African-American people to not be able to succeed beyond it.
Yeah. What did you know about Kamala Harris? What did you know about San Francisco having a black DA?
Nobody in the hood ever worried or focused on the DA position in general, but people did focus on it just a tad bit, that it was black, and feeling like, okay, this black lady in office, Kamala Harris, she was gonna understand where we come from, and have more of a sympathetic way of prosecuting people that come from our communities who have been plagued with no opportunities. This is Hunter's Point. where these different projects and communities used to really war with each other.
Jamal, in July 2007, what's going on in your life at that point?
I had recently just came off of I Love New York, and also that's when my friend Sel Kuka got killed.
More than a year goes by and no one's been arrested in the case. You hadn't even been questioned.
Haven't even been questioned, no. The police was still, trying to get a conviction by all means necessary. When I was arrested for it, the community knew I didn't do it. And it was here we go again. See, this is why we don't trust, law enforcement, because it gets to a point where somebody who didn't do something goes to jail for it. I don't have no history of crime. What's up, boy? I have a history of being around in the community, but that doesn't mean that I'm a suspect. I'm like, oh man, I'll be out within 72 hours. They're gonna figure this out. They're gonna clear this up.
And then when you found out what the evidence was that they supposedly had you on, there wasn't much there. Can you describe what it was?
They had a woman saying that she seen me kill Sel. The second witness that they had really wasn't a witness at all. She said anything that the police officers wanted her to say, and they said that her recollection of the events was extremely credible. So that's what ultimately got the arrest warrant.
The District Attorney of San Francisco, Kamala Harris, appeared in the courtroom during your trial twice.
Yeah, the two times that Kamala Harris showed up to my trial was when I got convicted, and also when they laid down the sentencing.
When you saw her on the day that the verdict was handed down, did you take that as a bad sign?
It felt to me that she was well aware about my case, and she was there to set her presence, almost take pride in getting a conviction. When I put in my appeal, the people that's fighting against my appeal to keep the conviction is the Attorney General office. I learned it reading, their reply to my appeal, and you see Kamala Harris' name at the bottom. And now it's starting to feel a little personal.
When you win the $13.1 million, it's a massive settlement. Did you feel like that was enough?
There's not an amount that could get back those 7 years. That 6.5 years that I spent in prison. But instead of me coming home feeling like I was a victim, I wanted to prove that I'm a survivor, and I will not let my story go unheard. I'm not necessarily saying I'm looking for an apology, but some acknowledgement from her that she could have messed up will be, of course, that'd be huge. You could have made some mistakes. You could have missed some things. For me, it was a big miss. I had life in prison.
Well, I'm sorry to say, brother, you gonna be waiting a long fucking time for that. A long time. She ain't doing it. What Taisha said, lyrics, I sense a bit of jealousy and hatred in your heart for VP Kamala Harris. At the end of the day, we are all humans, have a clear, realistic mind. No, let me tell you something. Okay, I don't have hatred for anybody, nor jealousy. That takes too much energy.
Yeah.
Out of my day. It takes too much time, it takes too much energy. And you probably didn't know because you just came in. I just lost my brother on Wednesday. So I don't really have the time nor the energy to hate Kamala Harris. I'm just going from what I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, Steph might be right. I might have been misguided by the information that I've received. And if I am, my apologies. But this clip that we saw right here of the actor that's been wrongfully accused by the words of Kamala Harris, by her power and influence. What else? How do you want me to think of it? I mean, seriously.
Here's the thing, man. That's like a
peace, Molly.
The DA's office. A lot of them get certain cases wrong. It's not an uncommon thing, and it's true. Certain cases fall through the cracks. She was in charge of that office. There are several lawyers that work in the DA's office.
But she took special interest in this specific case, Steph. We can actually say she actually showed up to the conviction and the sentencing. That means she took special interest, at least in this specific case. You know what I mean?
We also have to take context into consideration. I would like to do more research on that particular case. But I think context also has to come into play.
I agree to you, but if it comes down to it, if she took special interest in the case, meaning that if this man, there was no real evidence behind this man being pulled in, because they didn't question him. That's one thing. You're completely right. They did not question him at all, and then all of a sudden they have the only thing they're going on somebody's word. Like this one witness, they say this person did this. They need more evidence than that. What evidence do they have? I don't know. Like based on this video, we don't see the evidence, right? But like this, I don't know.
Thank you,
Like they say that three sides to a story. I would like to do more. Will you apologize? Yeah, that's not research though. That we have to look at more. We have to look at more sources. That's his perspective on the situation. I'm sorry it happened to him. You know, it sucks. But again, there are three sides to a story. There's his story, there's her story, and then there's
what I would like to see.
And I would like to see all of it.
Look, I would like to see the percentage of wrongful convictions under her tenure as district attorney. That's what I would like to see.
Me too.
I'm telling you, it's low. I've seen the numbers. It's low.
Not from.
It's lower than her predecessors too. So,
not from urban statistics neither. Like a real statistic, website, not urbanstatistics.com or nothing like that.
Like no, it's not urban statistics. No, we're talking about the state of California and their numbers. Those numbers are public. I've seen the numbers. I'm just saying.
Hey, brother Ed, have you seen the number?
Ed, California native, you have something to add?
No, all I know, California is in a dumpster fire, so I wouldn't even trust those numbers. I really wouldn't.
I mean,
we're not doing much better in New York. We're not doing much better in New York, so don't.
That's a fact. We are not doing much better here in the city.
Again,
there's a lot going on.
I'll say this though. Again, as much as I looked into it, because the reason why I said lyrics don't run this back is because we did this on Instagram when that happened back in 2020, and it was a whole big storm of all this stuff going on.
And Steph, you knew who it was. You knew who it was with. You knew who it was with. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Who with? Oh, what with the birthday boy?
With the birthday girl.
No, I don't know.
Your friend.
That one.
That one.
Yeah, they eat in different urban places and stuff.
Figure Joy in peace. What's going on? Said nah, Cali. Was it okay? Josh said. Like that? SF paid this man 13 mil. You think they didn't do their research to not pay that?
Yes. Eventually, yes.
Maybe the research could have been done earlier. They would have saved themselves $13 million.
Yeah, that's
just saying. That's oopsie.
And again, I want to see the entire spectrum and context of the case itself. And what it involved and what led to his conviction, like what kind of evidence did they have in place, and what caused him to eventually get released upon appeal. I just want to see. I want to see more of the evidence or more of the facts of the case. No, it's not good old bias. I mean, look, no one is perfect. No one is perfect at all.
Oh, for sure.
And like in the DA's office, that's a high profile, and that's a high profile position where you're constantly playing the tightrope. So,
but I'm gonna be brutally honest.
That's not just her. I'm talking about any other DA and any other.
No, we're gonna stick back to her black ass, because that's what we talking about. We talking about her. We ain't talking about no other in New York City. I mean, in the city or what? We talking about her black ass. No. All right, hold on a second. Kelso said she benefited from the enslavement of black men. Some black women hate men so much they're willingly vote for someone who openly hates them and their children to prove a point. You know, Kelso, you hit it right on the nail.
Show the numbers.
You hit it right on the fucking nail.
I don't. It doesn't fit your narrative, sir. I'm sorry.
No, but you know what does fit his narrative? It doesn't fit
your narrative. I've seen.
Hold on. There was a video that I saw. I think it was on YouTube or whatever. One of the people I watched. It was in I think Ohio or Kentucky or some shit. No, it was in Iowa. It was a white man and a black woman. They were married. And the white man was they were in the car, driving. So he was saying they just happened to see a black man with a broken down, his car was broken down on the side of the road. Mm-hmm. And he asked his black wife, should we go and help that man? Like, I think like his engine blew out or something in his car or something. This man asked his black wife, white dude asked black wife, oh, damn, the guy's on the side of the road. I think we should help him. Do you know what his black wife said? No, let his ass stay right there. Let his ass stay right there on the road. No, we ain't gonna help him. Fuck him.
Again, that's one example. Not every black woman feel that way.
We also don't know the context.
No, but now, the context situation. The context of that situation was the man was broken down. He needed some help.
Okay, but I agree with you. I mean, lyrics. I agree with you. They could have done other things. They could have called a tow truck person for them, right? But we don't know what the issue with this one specific woman. Maybe something happened in her past.
No, I was about to get to that.
Okay,
I was gonna get to that. I'm sorry about that, brother. My fault. I was gonna get to that. The thing is, this. What's up?
I'll put this in mind. I know this is not
stranger danger. I was like, every time I hear that shit, I laugh.
Whoa.
I know
you put up a New York Post. You put up a New York Post.
I wouldn't trust New York Post.
I wouldn't trust New York Post.
Yeah, that's not.
No, I trust New York Post. I trust it. I trust it a lot.
The most bigoted newspaper in New York City. You're gonna trust?
Right.
No, well, I mean, when it comes to Kamala Harris, I trust it. I'm not gonna lie.
And they're Republican leaning. Nope. Sorry.
No, I don't trust them to come to everything, but when it comes to Kamala Harris, I trust them. Like,
give me middle of the road, like fair, accurate. Give me PBS. Give me that. Give me National Public Radio.
In her defense, I would kept pushing too. LMLAO. Laugh my ass off. Okay. Well, I mean, listen.
So what were you saying, Eric? You were getting to the point. You was about the situation, the story.
Oh yes, yeah. So her husband was asking like, "Yo, so LOL, I'm not from New York. LOL, I didn't know." Okay,
yeah, I lived in New York for over 20 years. These two are New York natives. These two over here, New York natives. We know New York Post is some trash. Yeah, some absolute fucking trash.
Garbanzo.
Don't trust it.
Garbanzo. No, but what I was saying, his the husband was asking the wife after that. It's like, well, why not? Like, we see the guy. He's out there. He needs our help. He needs, but he's laughing at her because of just the way she sings. Like, nope, let that. And she said, this is her exact words. Let that nigga burn out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let that nigga go out there and try to get some help on his own. Now lyrics go along with things that are creditable. If the information is not credible for okay, you're right.
But again,
right. But I'm still going with it. I'm still going with that.
Let's also context is very important.
And then Figure Drawing said Kamala is not special in terms of corruption.
Nope.
Top prosecutors, top politicians. We choose the lesser of the evils, and Kamala is not as bad as many others. I get it, but at least with those others, you know where they stand. I don't know what Kamala stands.
So in terms of this,
I'm looking at that goddamn interview, and I still don't know what she stands because she keeps ducking the question. She was ducking the question.
But that's not real research, my guy.
But on top of that,
she was ducking the question.
That video,
she was ducking it.
That video is kind of skewed because they're putting little things in there to make you sway to one side. First and foremost. Second,
well, it worked for me.
Okay, yeah.
Of course,
that's what they want.
It appeals to your opinion.
Exactly. You're gonna go with something, and I forgot what I was gonna say. The other thing I was gonna say. So when it comes to me, I'll say it.
Sorry about that, Eric. Yeah. Now back to you, Steph. Like I said,
look at the numbers.
I did look at the numbers.
Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't.
No.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Numbers do lie too.
I do remember as well. Listen, Steph and me have talked about this. Project 2025 is very important for this country, for us to know what's going on. If the Republicans get in there, they're gonna change a lot of shit.
A lot.
That we don't want it to change. That's gonna affect everybody in here and everybody in this country. So you saw what the Orange Oompa Loompa did the first 4 years he was in office. He crumbled the infrastructure of democracy so badly. The people that he put in place had no real credible, history or background. I agree with that.
Like I'm thinking
nepotism
of Betsy DeVos.
Nepotism at its best.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Like everybody.
Betsy DeVos as the head of Department of Education. Are you serious? Ben Carson as
that one.
The head of HUD? Are we serious?
That one had me dying. I was like, why is this man here? A brain surgeon who looks like he needs brain surgery? He's the one running this? I don't know. Kelso
comment. Oh, wait. Kelso said numbers show she voted against the early release of over 5,000 nonviolent convictions in North California.
Show the numbers.
He just said it, 5,000.
Nah, put the numbers up.
All right. John said Project 2025 is what's going to put her in the White House.
If it does, yeah. It's going to be based on that. I believe that it's going to sway the opinion. If people see that document or it gets more readily read and understand it, they're going to go and fuck this shit. A lot of people, I do feel that people in this country, like the majority, know what's in the best. They want their liberties. And it doesn't seem like this document is keeping that in mind. You know what I mean? It's not liberties that we want and we hold dear.
But look, I mean, look at what the Republicans are doing now as far as like attacking her. They have nothing. There was a dude on Fox that called her a Haktua girl. That's fucked up. A Haktua girl. That is a fucked up name to call.
Oh, you talking about Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz did something
Andrew Schultz, yeah.
He's a comedian. He's a comedian.
He called her the OG Haktua girl.
What does this mean?
Oh, you talking about Kamala Harris?
I'm ignorant to this term. Please, someone explain.
So it's from a viral video where a girl was basically Haktua is the sound you make when you spit on someone.
Haktua. Oh,
when you spit on somebody's eggplant and you giving head.
Yes.
Haktua. Okay.
That's it.
Basically, he's calling her the OG Haktua girl.
The OG headmaster.
Oh.
The OG headmaster. She's slopping the knob like corn on the cob.
What was the context of the joke though that he called?
Fondling balls and all. I said it. There it is.
Like that's messed up. Nah, that's my see.
Ain't messed up. It's funny.
But this is the problem because
it is. It's messed up.
Yeah,
it is.
When it comes to women, like stating the case or putting something in or adding to the conversation, we got
that's
men like
though.
you.
Damn.
We got men like you that want to resort to playground antics, and that's the problem. That's the problem with this conversation. Well, you got dudes like you that result to playground antics.
Well, wait. Why does that have to be playground antics though?
But it is. You're not.
No, it's not playground antics.
You're not bringing anything credible to the table. Bring something credible and something.
What do you mean? We just put something credible to the table. We put something credible to the conversation. That video of the actor. What are you talking about?
OG Headmaster doesn't bring anything to the table.
No, it's funny as shit though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, hold on, can New York get cleaned up? I don't know about the president, but can we get rid of Mayor Adams? LOL.
Oh, we will.
You know what? We have went so far off the fucking reservation with this shit. Why don't who don't have oral sex? That's lame. Wow.
But what was and Kelso, as far as, wait.
Hold on, Kelso said Kamala sleeps with pink meat every night and wouldn't piss on y'all black ass out of fire. You right. You right. She's married to a white dude.
So
like. All right, whatever. I mean, and that's the problem. There is no dirty on VP.
I'm sure she has something. Everybody has skeletons. Everybody has skeletons. Everybody has skeletons in the closet.
Definitely does.
You got to go in the closet to get the skeletons.
And I didn't even finish the comment. Yeah, you going and they going in on you.
Some dirt somewhere, but my point is this: like Kelso brought up Montel Williams. My bad. Montel Williams.
Montel Jordan. This is how we
do it.
Yeah, Montel Williams is actually supporting Kamala. He's actually because he used
to go out with her.
No,
he used to go out with her.
No, again, no. But he's saying he knows the truth. Like it's something negative against her.
People wouldn't believe the dirt if it was in your face. No, but think about it. Montel Williams used to date Kamala Harris back in the day. So they probably still have a good rapport with each other. Shit, that probably was the best eggplant she had in the world or some shit. And then now they friends.
And again, this is what I'm talking about when we talk about the conversation, especially when it deals with women, we have to resort to like sexual innuendos and shit like that. That's all we're reduced to. Exactly.
Hulk Hogan supporting Trump. That means Trump fucks up Hulk Hogan.
But this,
what happened last week?
Look at that man. That man smashed Trump.
That's my hero.
Yeah!
They tried to kill the next president of the United States.
That's his whole love. They fucked it.
Was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
This is the insanity that's the Republican Party. It's a fucking clown show.
It's a clown show.
Let me get the serious ones.
Yeah. Steph, to your point.
You ain't Steph? That was a clown show. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a clown show.
Motherfucker. Clown show, man.
To your point, Steph. The reason why a lot of the sexual stuff is brought up when it comes in terms of women coming into power, I'm gonna be honest with you. Go ahead, blame part of the music, as well as blame all of the societal roles that have been changed and switched. So,
it's our culture. It's our culture.
Yeah.
Let's put it down straight up. It's our culture.
Yeah. It's ancient as old. No, but it's ancient and as old as time. That's always been the case.
Hold on, you people who hate hoes, not the move. Guys sleep around and they're heroes. Girls do it and lames are offended. No. Hold on. We're not gonna play that. With all due respect, Big Drawing, we're not gonna play that game here. First off, it's not. I will say this, okay? Yes. When guys sleep around with a lot of women, they are considered heroes. When girls sleep around with a lot of men, they are considered hoes. It's the good old-fashioned game of heroes and hoes. That's the double standard that's been played since the dawn of time.
And
we understand this.
The conversation.
And guess what? Even after we are all dead and gone, it's still going to be how it is. It will never change.
It doesn't have to be.
I mean, I understand. It's not. I understand and respect that it doesn't have to be, but you also have to understand one thing about biology, and also as far as
to do with biology,
as pH balance and purity
it has a lot to do with.
And you know what? No, hold on. I was gonna say, just hear me out. Men are also at fault at this too.
Oh,
yes, I'm also gonna point the finger at us. Yes, I'm not gonna be a complete asshole. In order for us to do what we have to do, we have to meet with these women who are promiscuous and stuff of that. But also, we also create these women that end up being promiscuous.
Look, I'm gonna say this.
That's a double.
Why do we want to be equal in that point? Like all of the stuff we talking about wanting to be equal in, why do you want to go out and sleep with some other people like that? Why would you want to do that, either men or women? That to equal the plane that way to me still makes no type of sense.
For men,
I'm 100% with you, man. I'm with you on.
For men, it's ego thing. Let's speak. Men, it's ego. It's ego driven. The more women you sleep, the more you feel like your ego is higher. You know what I mean? That's what it is. For women, I'm not sure why would you want to.
Well,
she said,
all I know is
Better
if
Mom
we talk
said,
about evolutionary back way when, I understand the ideal of building a civilization, and then of course men are able to impregnate more women because of the fact. But again, where we're at now, a lot of things is just so topsy-turvy. I'm not trying to have that be the running narrative of, yeah, we want to be equal in everything. So that means like we want as many hoes as there is Johns is going around doing what they end up doing. That makes no type of sense. But when we talk about, again, we talk about works and jobs, again, you're not catching it 50-50 when it comes to people who are being plumbers, who doing all the blue worker, the collar jobs. But then when it gets to being in seats of like the CEOs and everything else, we want that to be the case. But I'm gonna say it now, we can't keep picking and choosing the battles that we want to do. You gonna fight the whole battle, or you just not gonna fight it at all?
Okay.
Exactly.
Wait.
Exactly.
Okay. Can I?
I want to read some of these comments, man.
Nah,
but like,
the one about 60-year-old Willie Brown, because
Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris
hold on,
got put in position by. Oh, go ahead. My fault. Go ahead.
So yeah, okay. Nah, go ahead and read it, because I want to respond to it.
Kamala Harris got put in position by slobbing 60-year-old married Willie Brown. She had the moral compass.
The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made.
Okay, now that that's out of the way, look, yes.
Shit.
No, but let me answer that question, because Willie, Willie.
No, I'm laughing because of what just happened with the parental advisory shit in the middle.
But again, this is what I'm talking about when we talk about context. Yes, he was married, but he was separated from his wife for 10 years, 10 fucking years before Kamala came into. My parents have been separated since 1984. They've been separated for what, 40 years now? They dated people. They weren't going to get back together. It's a similar situation.
But even if they did,
it's not, because
that doesn't mean her moral compass is off. The dude was.
I agree, Steph.
When they were separated, or when they were together, he was separated for 10 years from that woman.
They basically were divorced.
I don't see
they basically divorced. I mean, without the papers, but
basically.
But if I agree. I'm not gonna wait 10 years. I'm sorry, 2 years max.
No, but it was probably something monetarily involved in that decision, and that's probably why they on paper stayed married. But
no, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Ad made a very powerful point. Why is it that women nowadays feel that, and there are women out here that feel this way, that they want to be equal to men when it comes to the whole sexual thing. Like, okay, if a man could sleep with 10, 20 women, you know what I'm saying, with no problem, why can't I? And nope, you only get a year. Wow.
Eric, you only get a year.
What?
I don't know.
Once the ink is dry on the divorce paper, the pee get wet. John. He said, I had to read this shit again. John said once the ink dry on the divorce papers, the pee gets wet.
Yeah, but they were separated, so there was never a divorce paper. So 10 years, the man had a divorce paper.
Oh shit, yo.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, do your research. Don't just go by one statement. And that statement.
I was not going by one statement.
Wait. I wanna thank fucking Candace Owen for putting that bullshit out there, because she was the one that started that shit.
Because sex is life.
Yeah,
sex is life.
Started that shit. So fuck.
Yes, Tiffany, we both.
Fuck you. All right.
Oh yeah. You know what? I agree with you 100% on that.
Backstabber.
Who we talking about?
No. Candace Owen said some shit too about this young lady that just got murdered in her home. What's her name? Sonia
Massey. Yeah.
Yes, I just watched the interview. I just watched the Candace. No, Candace Owens had a show on YouTube. I just watched her clip about that, about the Sonia Massey murder. Yeah. How fucking dare you sit there with your fucking beady eyes talking some bullshit about talking some bullshit about, oh well, you know, the cops, they make mistakes. No, your mama made a mistake when she didn't swallow.
Made a
I hope
mistake.
this gets back
He
to
fucking
you.
killed someone. He fucking killed someone, and then
No, I know. Like, how is that a mistake when you and then you had the camera, or his partner had the camera on?
Yeah.
Knocked her head off for three shots to the face. Knocked her head clean off.
For holding a fucking hot kettle.
And she wasn't even gonna throw the water at him. Like, are you stupid?
No, but they weren't even close. They actually moved in on her. That was the thing. They fucking moved in on her. For what? She had a kettle. You told her to take the kettle off the stove. That's what you told her to do. That's what she was doing.
No.
But you got mad because she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." I'm sorry. That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Well, I agree.
She said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus."
She sensed the danger from the start.
I agree with you that the situation completely was handled wrong, the police officers. But there's one thing that we don't know, that people don't get. She had a. I'm not saying the reason why she got shot, or it equates it. She had a history of mental illness. Her behavior. Okay, Steph, can I finish talking? The way she was responding to the officers showed that she was mentally she had issues. I'm not saying what they did warranted her behavior. I'm just putting that into context of the story. People don't talk about that a lot. When it comes
I hear what you're saying, but I don't think she had a criminal record either. So
no, she didn't. I don't think she had a criminal record either.
There are a lot of people walking around with mental issues. That doesn't mean that.
But I'm talking about the situation that happened. The situation. I'm not saying that.
You're right, Tiffany. The other cop could have moved it. You could have moved it.
I agree. I'm just putting into context this whole situation.
I hear you. I'm putting another part of the context in there. Just because they have mental history doesn't mean that they're dangerous. I'm just saying.
We're not saying that. I'm saying that this happened. This was part of her history. So the cop then, there was two officers, right? And that officer should have handled it way better than they handled it, right? Just for sure. And the shit they said afterwards was fucking egregious. It was caught on cam. The shit that we're talking is disgusting.
Yeah.
But we need to get all the facts in place. You know, saying one side, not saying other side is like disingenuous.
Well, let's put something else in the context. The other part is this dude had gone from 6 different departments in 4 years, and he got in trouble. He got in trouble every time. That is very true.
This man should not have been a police officer.
Nope. So you might want to say he was mentally unstable. Maybe he's not on record, but this dude had a history of issues. The dude had DUI issues. He had violence issues. So
for sure, Steph.
I mean,
he's not justifying it in any way, shape, or form.
I get what he's saying.
Yeah, because it's very similar to how we was talking earlier again about Kamala and then getting facts. Like, so many people will jump to conclusions before all of the stories have been told. Like you said, his truth, her truth, and the truth. So that's all.
And he's a former veteran, so you do what you will with that.
I don't. I honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you.
So maybe
that dude
is on record.
that dude right there, he deserves a death penalty.
If they don't,
that's what he deserves. He deserves a death penalty.
If he had minimum jail time, if he doesn't get jail time for the,
I'm just being honest.
It'll be a mistrial of justice for sure. Because it's not even what he did; it was part of it. He's the behavior afterwards and prior to that. That makes it's like, what the fuck, dude? You're supposed to be a police officer, and honestly, you have an officer who's your partner. You're supposed to keep the person in check. What was the fuck was this guy doing? He just like standing there while the guy unloaded into his chick. What's going on here?
Well, he attempted to render aid, and then Grayson.
He said, and I know the recording said that he said, "Don't even bother." It's like she's gone.
It was a headshot, is what he said. Yeah. It was almost like he was proud of his work or something. Right. And I'm with you, Eric. If she did have a mental issue, that is what you're supposed to be trained for. I mean, and there was no imminent threat. Every officer that I've seen so far on TikTok, white, black, woman, man, they were like, okay, would water hurt you? Yes. but did it warrant deadly force? I ain't heard nobody say that it warranted deadly force. And then it was some people saying, oh, well, she held the pot up. I've watched that video so many times. So I want to see where she held the pot up. I didn't see it, so I feel like people were making that up. And
She
then the
didn't.
other thing,
She didn't hold the pot up high. Like if she was holding it high, like she was going to defend herself. Again, that still isn't any justification because they were
and
fucking 20. They
honestly,
were 20 feet away from her,
and
and they were
honestly, if
moving
you
in.
think about the logistics of it, she probably held the pot up almost like in a defensive mechanism. Like
Yes.
this dude just told you he was going to shoot you in the face. So what would you guard? Your
Right.
face.
Right.
So
And she was
so if that's
apologizing.
right, and then the other thing is, in the beginning of the video, she says, "Please don't hurt me."
Yep.
That's almost the first thing she said. Please don't hurt me. And then if you look at, there was another video that I saw where they came out and they were shooting. Not the cops. Whatever was going on, somebody was busting off shots very close by. So how do you know that she wasn't even afraid of that? That's not why she called, but shit, if you hear niggas busting off shots not too far from where you are,
Right.
you're gonna be afraid on top of that.
The
Then the
perpetrator could
other
have been
thing,
close. The
right,
person
and
that
then the
shot her.
other issue that I have is that she was on the phone with 911. She asked them to stay on the phone. Well, what do I need to stay on the phone for? So somewhere in there, her spirit, everybody keeps saying it. She
Something
knew
was wrong.
something was off with them, or
Yep.
him,
Yep.
because she said, "Wait a minute. Could you just stay on the phone? Wait a minute." Well, the officer is there, and it was just like, I'm not. That's like me calling one of y'all. If a cop show up at my house, I'm probably call the last person that I was talking to, i.e., or if I don't call 911. But my initial statement is gonna be, I don't feel safe. I want this recorded for my safety.
Yep.
She probably wasn't thinking about that. And then you giving her a barrage of orders. You asking her to look for ID in her home, which she
Yep.
did not need to provide
Right.
in her home per the law. She's at her house. She called y'all. What does she need to show you ID for? So
Right.
that in itself, that whole scenario was just like, you know what? Mm-mm. And that's probably what she was thinking as soon as they came through the door. And the other guy, the other cop, like you said, I feel like he was afraid of Grayson. He probably was afraid of him. He
Yep.
probably wasn't the senior cop in the bunch. We
Right.
don't even know. We don't even know anything about that one. He could have been in training for all we know. That could
Yep.
have been his training officer. We
Yep.
don't know. And he's only going by what this person who's supposed to be training me is telling me to do, which is messed up. But who doesn't do that? In the military, you have a battle buddy. That battle buddy's supposed to keep you safe and also supposed to tell you, hey, we do it this way, we don't do that way. So we don't know nothing about the other cop. But on the thing, and the thing with Kamala Harris, I'm not a fan of hers either, but only because I feel like, you know those people that can talk in circles and literally be talking about nothing?
Thank
I
you.
find that she does that a lot. And if
You
you
can't
don't
trust
catch
her.
it,
But most
and if you
politicians do
don't
that.
catch it, or if you haven't been around people who can do that, it sounds like what they're saying is amazing. But in hindsight, when you play it back in your head or it's something you recorded, they literally told you nothing. So
Well,
I don't
I hear
really
you,
know.
Eric. But then Eric at the same time, because Eric, sorry, Tiff. Eric ended up saying most politicians do that, but there's an error to the levels of how a lot of politicians do it.
I would say in that video that was shown earlier with Kamala Harris when they were asking about reparations, it looked like to me personally that she was putting her opinion and her perspective into context. I don't know
Okay.
if it was necessarily talking in circles because I stayed with her. I knew where she was going with it. I understood her frame of reference, so I don't necessarily see that as talking in circles.
I have to play back the video because something came up and shit, and I'm an hour behind y'all now where I live, so I totally spaced on the time. But I'll listen to it. To me, she doesn't. She uses buzzwords, but the sustenance behind whatever it is she's saying, it's like, or somebody gives you a conversation and then they try so hard to get you to understand their point and you still lost. Like, that's what I get when she talks sometimes. Now, she's better than Tito, but it's weird because at least we know where Tito stands. He's telling us what he's gonna do.
Oh yeah.
She ain't really saying too much or nothing. She's saying it's basically me or him. Which one do you want? Like, so it's scary either way you look at it. And it's almost like, and I know y'all gonna correct me if I'm wrong, Biden, he pulled out, but I feel like he did it it was strategic. Almost like,
I agree.
We don't really have much time to get another candidate, so I'm just gonna push her. Almost like
I think he knew all along. I agree with you. I think he knew all along. I think he played this like chess. He played this like chess.
Because it was almost like, I'm not going anywhere. You talk to the black delegates and we're here. We're not going anywhere. And then literally like a few days later, you're like, nah, I'm out, boss. I'm out.
No, but I think he knew even prior to that, because I think he looked at it as, I know I'm old. I know that everyone around me is telling me like I'm making these mistakes. I'm falling. I'm looking senile on TV. I think he knew it all along, and he was like, you know what? Let me play this up. I'm gonna play this up. I'm gonna let the news cycles say what they need to say about me. I'm gonna let this one who faced an assassination attempt get his shine.
You can't tell me, you can't pay me to tell me.
I'm gonna let the RNC play out, and then
you can't tell me that wasn't staged and strategic. But okay.
But don't forget, he also misspoke, and he had said that Trump was actually his vice president. So don't forget that.
But like said, I think no. But I'm saying I think he knew all along. I think he always had it in his back pocket and was like, let me play it up. So once this news cycle talks about, finishes talking about this assassination attempt and the RNC, and it happened 2 days before the RNC. Let's finish that up, and then once that's all said and done, okay, now I'm gonna push this woman.
Taisha, Gus,
and look good.
Taisha said, beyond this whole politics, VP Kamala Harris is educated beyond the politics, so she ain't losing anything whether she competes and wins an election as a candidate or not. She has a lot going for her. You know what sounds like, Taisha? And yeah, I'm across the line here. It's not like you a real big Kamala Harris supporter. So
she's Jamaican. What do you?
No. Kamala's half Jamaican.
But
so
she's
half Jamaican.
No, but
she's half Jamaican.
Taisha is Jamaican. That's what I'm telling you.
No. She's full Jamaican.
I know.
Kamala's half Jamaican.
I know.
So
she's appealing to the Jamaican side.
Yep. So you're giving her full support to a half Jamaican. That's what we're doing.
So she's a person of color too.
So okay.
We always want to support
to play devil's advocate.
No, but I don't trust her. I don't trust her. I don't trust her at all. I don't trust her to be no fucking president. I don't trust her. She got that dishonorable looking face. I don't trust her.
I feel like they're gonna doom her. I feel like they're gonna doom her the way they doomed Biden, and I feel like they told us from the jump, we're not gonna let him do anything he really wants to do. And it just made him look bad. You can't tell me him being vice president under Obama and him having all of these records in the Senate and all that he had, coming into it.
Talk, Tiff.
No, but
there was only so much he could do.
Here's the thing, and I'm sorry. I'm just gonna interject for a second. With Biden, you have. The issue is right now, as far as Congress goes, it's run by the Republicans. They have the majority in the House of Representatives, and the Democrats have a narrow majority in the Senate. And the only person that gives them the majority is Kamala Harris, because she has. If there's a tie on a reform policy, she's the tiebreaker. That's all they have. That's why they can't do anything. They have a stalemate right now.
And they said that they were going to do that from the beginning if Trump didn't win again. They said that. They said that the next day. Like,
no, but
okay.
But here's the other
Biden,
thing.
you got it, but you ain't really got it.
No, but
John said the powers that be always gives us a no versus a hell no. This is how they got us to be cool with the no. That's how I knew Obama was going to win. Same with Trump.
No, but here's no. Well,
I think that's all.
Ain't no nah.
Hold on.
Ain't no nah.
Let me finish.
Ain't no nah.
Let me finish.
Why? No.
Let me.
No.
Let me.
No. You can't finish. No. You can't finish. No.
Again. That was the big thing. No, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. No. I'm not. Listen to what I'm saying.
I love this. I love it.
What I'm saying first. Now, I'll tell you something about Hillary Clinton. She had a lot of people that didn't like.
Yeah, why we go back to Hillary for?
Even on the Democratic side, she had the Benghazi situation. That was a problem. She called the supporters of Trump deplorables. She had James Comey and the email situation again. She had heavy baggage.
Embassy.
That's why she didn't win.
Exactly. I was about to say that, Ja. Exactly. So the reason why we have this saying, the lesser of two evils, is exactly the point.
No, but I'm saying Kamala doesn't have as much baggage as she does.
It's
that we know of.
She doesn't have the same.
That we know of, Steph. That we know of. Do you know Kamala's history? Are you like in
She was a Secretary of State.
Are you writing her autobiography?
I'm saying she was a secretary.
I mean,
again, she does. Nothing's going to be as big as Benghazi. Oh, if whatever baggage she has is not going to be as big as Benghazi.
Okay, look.
I'm
because
sorry.
I know we're getting close. We're getting close to the end. Steph, what was the hot topic that you was talking about that you wanted to bring up and you was going to burn lyrics?
No, this was the hot topic.
Okay,
but again. Y'all not.
I don't feel burned. I really don't feel burned right now.
Come with the facts.
Like my ass is nice right now. It's not cooked.
But
so
is it again, this is my point.
No.
Also. No, but this is again my point. Like when it comes to women, when they want to step up to the forefront, there's a lot of men that are like, yeah, but I'm not the one making excuses. Y'all the one that making excuses.
Steph, hold on a second. Steph. You speaking on facts and honesty, and I don't want to say this, but you're spacing on biases because you're saying
not on bias.
Listen,
thank you.
It's not on bias. It's not on bias.
I let you talk. You don't let me talk because I let you talk. Right? I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk. Are you gonna talk? You gonna talk? Or am I going to talk?
Where are the facts missing?
I'm going to talk. Are you going to talk?
I'm going to talk. And
are you going to continue
talking? I'm going to interject.
So that's the point.
Guys, let Eric talk, please. Let Eric talk.
No, I think Steph proven the point. The biases. There's like a fighting for like this thing, but not hearing the other side.
I am hearing the other side.
No, you're not, because you're basically calling us biased or some of our opinions biased.
Yeah, but you're not facts. No one's put out numbers.
Steph,
no one's put out numbers.
I don't choose neither nor of them. I
agree.
You made me start questioning. Okay, why is it the fact that we have only the Democrats and Republicans in the House and the Senate? What happened to all the other people that's supposed to be running on the ballot? That's what you made me start thinking about. So
because why is there no independence?
Why is there no
RFK Jr.?
He's not going to win.
Jr. ain't going.
He's not going to win. He's not going to win. He's independent.
Alone.
Independents don't win. In this country, two-party system. We know this.
And I'm an independent. I'm an independent. So like, we're screwed. Either way.
But I wasn't necessarily talking about that. I'm talking about people. I'm talking about the way women are viewed in politics and the way that men are viewed in politics.
John said
we can break it down to race.
John Logic said we just played a whole mini doc that's almost 5 years old, and we came with no facts.
Where are not? I mean, the facts are all there. Just look it up. Do the research.
We did.
Done the research.
We did. We watched a fucking video with this fucking. Hold on a second. Kelso said, blindly trusting the women of color chosen by a system full of men who hate women and people of color is idiotic. LOL.
Look, I got 2 points. Look, I got 2 points to that same question.
I didn't look.
Yeah, I got two things. And then no, Steph for sure. We'll let you definitely do this. Steph's not out of this yet. But first thing is I always go back to every time I hear something like that, I think of the Malcolm X quote, which is basically talking about, be mindful of who the system props up to actually be the successors and stuff. I know I butchered it, but I always keep that in my mind of like, okay, why is this particular person and things being pushed in particular? Why? And I mean, of course, you got to go back and you do the history to figure that out. The second thing is with all of that being said, honestly, we're still looking at how it's still causing so much division and divide with all of this here back and forth, which we start to think of, okay, if we're a two-party system or we're supposed to be a Democrat Republican there, and there's no true democracy happening, okay, what do we really have as a people when it comes to a voice? We're tired of being the popular vote and not the electoral vote. So like, what I mean, honestly, at the end of the day is we can go and vote and think we're patriotic, but what are we actually doing in the small scheme of things besides now, instead of paying $5 for a campaign, now pay $10. But what about the money that we are sending off to all other different places and not reinvesting it back into the U.S. to make things better? And again, we talk about our taxes, talk about where our money's going. Why is it going outside the U.S. and not staying here? So it's just, okay, you say this, but then look at all of this is going on. Oh yeah, no, we're doing fine. Like the house is being renovated and stuff. No, it's halfway done. We don't even have a restroom to use. And you going over there building mansions and stuff in all different countries. Like what?
I was about to say, let's not talk about Biden giving that $109 billion to I think was it Israel or something?
Ukraine.
No, sorry, Ukraine. My apologies. That $109 billion to Ukraine. I'm not saying that Ukraine doesn't need help fighting the war. You know what I'm saying?
We all know he was the figurehead. He wasn't even behind that, though. That's what I'm saying.
He's not the one that pays the bills. We did an entire episode about this.
It's basic government. Yeah, he can only do so much.
We did an entire episode about this. He does not pay the bills. The president does not pay the bills. It's Congress that pays the bills. He just signs off on it. Just like the
but the thing is, his signature. Hold on, his signature has power. His signature says we're sitting at 109 billion over there. We need the 109 billion. We got too many homeless motherfuckers in the street in New York, in California, everywhere in the world. They need somewhere to eat. I mean, there's something to eat. They need somewhere to sleep. What about
just the figurehead? Remember, they didn't even want to give us the little pension.
If you
they didn't want to give us the little $1,200 a month. They bitched and complained about that forever, about them giving us a little $1,200 a month. And I mean, it's basic math, and I'm not good at math.
It's basic greed. That's what it is. Let's just call it a spade a spade.
But if something costs more and you're getting less for your money, like there were other countries. As soon as as soon as COVID started, they were giving these people monthly stipends. Like these are countries that's supposed to be poorer than we are. I mean, and only a couple years ago, I think that it just stopped. And depending on where you go, some places they still might be giving you a little something. But the point that I'm making is like he could only do so much, and they made it look like he was just out here giving money willy-nilly. But when Trump gave us a little bit of something, he was the savior. So it's all in optics.
No, it's not the savior because that money had to get paid back. That stimulus was a loan. Originally, it was a loan. It had to get paid back. If it wasn't going to get paid back through the taxpayers, it's getting paid back through inflation.
A lot of people don't know that. And that was the thing. And when, as far as optics goes, that's why Trump wanted his name on the checks. He wanted to put his name on the check to make it look like he was the one that gave out that money, not knowing. No, those people not knowing. Oh, I got to pay that $1,200 back via taxes. It's like you said, Tiff. It's optics.
Wait, what did Benny say?
Oh, she's talking about the whole Kamala Harris part, and then how she wasn't the one that prosecuted, but the deputies did. It's just her interest. Her interest in the case is what makes things seem fishy. So I'm gonna say this now. A lot of stuff is hard, not only to get facts without being, of course, personally involved and being biased, but after a while, just kind of how we were talking about a lot of stuff. I think the biggest factor in really noticing somebody is actually, again, looking at their character and their behaviors at this point. And some of the behaviors for not only her, but a lot of other people have been very shifty. So it's just really hard. And I know you can say that's human nature, things of sort, but it has to come to a point where you have to stand firm in what you're doing. And this going back and forth is going to cause more confusion, which honestly, that's the point.
No, and you know what? I totally agree with you, Ed. I just wanted to let you guys know that we have stared so fucking far away from feminism and shit and went to somewhere else. I love Randumb Thoughtz, man, with this shit. Taisha said, I love and was campaigning for President Barack Obama, VP Kamala Harris. Nationality as half Jamaican doesn't mean anything. No, it needs to mean something to you. I'm sorry. What means something to me is equality amongst women. You know what? You know what? I'm not gonna argue. Hold on. I'm not gonna argue with you on that, Taisha. I'm not. But you have to have the right woman for the job. And I'm sorry. Kamala Harris is not the right woman for the job. Point blank. Period. She is going to bend America over and fuck them up.
I think you would say that no matter what woman came up into.
No. I really thought Hillary Clinton was. I would say Hillary Clinton was a woman that came close.
No.
Now, hold on. If Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton was running for president, I would vote for Hillary Clinton if I had no choice.
But I'm gonna just tell you now, the egregious stuff that she did in her history with
Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama's the best.
With all of that egregious stuff that Hillary did, and going off into Haiti and these other different stuff, and then of course we just still don't know what happened in those leaked emails and stuff like that. That's a whole nother thing. Like that. I'm gonna be very honest.
But that's the point I was making earlier.
No, I'm saying if I had a choice between those two women,
I wouldn't choose either.
I'm saying if you had no choice, if
I had no choice, I'm gonna be on the side of the road, just waving my hand up with a sign. You know, talking like those guys talking about the end of the world is near.
Ad, boy, like yo, I can't with fucking ad, man. I can't do this with you.
And this is the point I'm making. Like, I agree.
Why ad this? Why?
Ad, I agree with you on that. And this is the point I was making before. That's why she wasn't elected president. Granted, she won the popular vote. She just didn't have electoral. She didn't have enough electoral points. This
is not high school.
Middle America. She pissed off Middle America, and that's where a lot of the votes are. She lost a lot of swing states because she.
Oh, you talking about Hillary?
Yes, because she called them deplorables. She fucked her chance up by doing that, and that's what I'm saying is the difference between her and her baggage and Kamala and whatever baggage she has. I'm telling you, it pales in comparison to what Hillary Clinton had. That big
I don't know, son.
The emails, the fucking calling Middle America deplorables. All the Trump supporters, deplorables, they were fucking pissed.
Exactly.
But John did say something. John Logic said something very, very, very it's very spot on. He said, they all wicked, but they find ways to make you love them. They are brilliant.
And then look, that's why there's a such phrase as birds of a feather flock together. I was going to say that. That's all I was going to end up saying.
Politics is a dirty game, and I've said this before. It is a dirty game, but you have to pay attention to it.
Taisha said other progressive countries in the world have female prime minister and women of power. Why America feels the need to hate and have so much racism? It's not. Well, I'm gonna be like this, at least from how I see it. Exactly like that. It's not about hatred and racism. You have to understand one thing. America is a superpower. Until some shit happens and another country, America is still considered a superpower. So they feel, and this has been going on for years, even before we were born. You know what I'm saying? They feel that men are more how should I say this? Logically capable of running a country than a woman would. They feel that if a woman would run a country, she would get into her feelings if, let's just say,
and that's
bullshit. I'm not being sexist here. I'm just being. This is what I heard from somebody else or whatever in the interview. I forgot the guy's name, but he did say, he doesn't. The United States shouldn't have to be bombed or messed up because the female president was on her period or something like that. This is not my words. Not my words.
Look.
I know, and that's the thinking that we need to get.
Not my words.
I want to add these 3 points.
Steph, it's not my words.
I know.
I want to add these 3 points for why this is the case. Number 1, and I keep coming back to this. I said it a few times before. America is still a baby in a wide spectrum of things when it comes to the world in general. We are only like 400 plus years old over other civilizations and places has been here for years to come. So we are still a baby nation. Second, when it comes to leadership and things of that sort, I'm gonna be honest with you. We have not educated the masses very well at all. Our schooling system is atrocious. Education here is really bad. So even like trying to teach the youth and the next, Americans and people coming up, it's not setting a good precedent to actually do not only free thinking, but at the same time using equality, as well as being able to keep each other accountable and just really, at the end, really have intellect. And then third, because that ends up being the case, we're not able to allow stuff like that to happen. And we only are just watching from the outside of how things are well there and not here. We can't implement it because of a culture. Because our culture has not even shifted to that point to understand that and be willing to let that happen. And the problem because of the fact is we're not educating ourselves that well. So why will we be just putting random people in here? I'm just saying.
Better months, that's good.
Can I say something? Can I say something? If we had better education in this country, and some of the ones that are wise enough to look for that education on their own and do the research, history would show globally, like when women run countries, they've done well. Look at former Prime Minister Merkel of Germany, killing that shit. She killed. Mexico just elected their first female president.
Kelso got some shit to say. Kelso got started to cut you off. And this is real sexist right here. I need to read it.
Of course, I expect that from Kelso.
Kelso said progressive to American women wearing white clothes, whore clothing, wearing whore clothing, sexual promiscuity, and pride in not being led in a family structure at Taisha can't compare that to true progressiveness.
Oh my God. Here we go. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason why I said sexist is because I knew that probably Taisha, Steph, Benny, or whatever would thought that was sexist. Yeah, and I just wanted to get their attention.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I mean,
it's bullshit. It's man-made structural.
It's a man-made structural opinion.
It is. Let's just be honest with that.
Then we should not have 98% of folks being in plumbing, construction, and building of just men, because then isn't that sexist as well too with those particular jobs? So
yeah.
my whole thing is, I understand we can argue semantics at the end of the day, but literally we have to take a part in moving.
It's true. It's swaying the slut wall
culture forward, because right now the culture is so stagnant to a point where again we're infighting. It's like we're eating ourselves from the inside without even building.
I agree with that. The problem in this country is that we're in a state of flux and transition, right? So we're trying to figure out what's going on in terms of where genders fall. We're trying to figure a lot of shit out. There's a lot of shit in terms of like even with sexuality. We're talking about now we have the gender identity, all this stuff. We're trying to figure out things that are in the essence are complicated and
Tiffany too
as a society. And that now we're falling into this space where while we're trying to figure it out, we're trying to we're a country that at one point was at the height of the world looked at us as we were, you know, the best place to go, the best political system. And we found out surely that we're probably one of the worst political systems. The most, you know, the repressiveness of this political system and the way we're not even contributing to the political system is worse. There's countries who are a direct democracy. We are not a direct democracy.
Oh shit! Wait, hold on. Kelso got some shit too. Hold on. Women can't lead men. Men allow women to lead at Benny. Oh,
okay. Honestly, it's a two-side thing. Yeah, it goes both ways. But I see the perspective on that, but it's hard on the context and stuff like that. It's really hard.
Are we speaking to
Most
the
definitely?
comment?
Let's talk about Let's talk about the.
Well, no. Let's talk about final thoughts. Let's get the final thoughts now, because we don't have that.
No, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the African countries that were led by women. Let's talk about that.
But you know what, Steph? Put that in your final thoughts. We're gonna start with you. No, we're gonna start with you with final thoughts. Let's do it. Let's go, Steph.
All I'm saying is this. Going back to feminism, I'm all for, you know, equal opportunities, equal rights. I don't have an issue with it. If you can do the job, and then do it well. I don't see the cause of concern, but I find that a lot of men that take issue with that are threatened, and that's on y'all. But this world is changing. I think this election is gonna show that things are changing. Like I said, when Kamala Harris announced her run for president, you've never seen registration go up as much as it has, and I'm sure a lot of that is in favor of her. And also, and I said this as soon as she made the announcement. I said the registration is going to go up. Young people are going to come out in droves to support her. The 18, like I said, 18 and 34-year-old block. I believe this country is becoming more globally aware. We have more diversity being shown, and I think that once we get a woman into the position of president, hopefully, I'm hoping and praying that a lot of that changes. I mean, even with the Biden administration, you see a lot of women in positions of power. You see the press secretary is a woman. You see that he appointed or pushed and eventually got appointed Ketanji Jackson Brown on the Supreme Court, the first Black woman in the Supreme Court. There are a lot of changes that he made under his presidency. Not at all do I think he's perfect. I think he made some glaring mistakes during his time, but I'm saying as a whole, in this perspective of there are still a lot of people that are saying that this country is not ready for a female president. This country wasn't ready for a Black president, but we got him. That doesn't mean that has to be everyone's thinking. I think that's changing. I think the perspective is changing, and I think it's moving in the right direction as far as mindset. We need to, as a people, as a country, we need to move together. Men, women, in between. You know, I consider myself intersex. So as a whole, we need to move together, and we need to, I think we work better together than we do separately. And that ultimately is my final thought.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
So with the power of Donald J. Trump and all the Trumpites running wild, America is going to get back on track.
Brother,
like Donald J. Trump said, America is going to be great again.
Okay.
It's definitely not going to do it. It's not going to happen with him. But this is the same guy that said you only have to vote. He just said this the other day. You only have to vote once. After you vote this one time for me and I become president, you won't have to vote ever again. I'll clean this up so well, you won't have to vote ever again. Just think about those words.
Eric,
you too,
Eric,
Kelso. Think about those words.
Eric, final thoughts.
So in
Eric,
context of the actual topic or
Yeah.
what we've been talking about for the past hour?
No, both.
Okay.
Both.
So I'll try to condense them into one thing. All right.
Okay.
In terms of politics, it doesn't matter who you vote for. Vote for Hulk Hogan because he's fucking insane. But not for real. Like, we need to pay attention to agendas behind this policy because it doesn't matter who the fucking figurehead is. They're just fucking personalities. We might be watching fucking soap opera or some wrestling while you're at it. You know what I mean? Just watch. Pay attention to like the agendas that their political parties have behind them because that's what's going to affect us. And in terms of everything else, in terms of like gender, and we know this that. If we continue down the road of trying to separate us as a country, as a woman and man, instead of uniting, we're gonna keep going down this destructive path. It's continuing having, and we're gonna continue down it, and it doesn't make any sense. We need to find common ground and everything. That's it.
Okay, Advis, final thoughts.
First, I wanna address what Benny put down there. If possible, to pop back on that about being the plumber and all of that stuff. I want to address that real quick. Yeah, because that's you basically said my point, Benny. That's literally what is also spoken about when a lot of feminists are talking about why there's not enough CEO jobs and stuff and not wanting to do stuff is part of because that's the preference of what they want to end up doing. Again, that's fine. We have a lot of egalitarian societies, like literally Iceland, Greenland, one of those over in those areas that stuff like that has happened. And what ends up coming to show is 9 times out of 10, when you put a society like that, literally everybody ends up falling into their particular respective roles, and most of it has been gendered. So I'm just talking and saying the same things that I've heard a lot of other feminists talk about. So that was that reason why I brought up that point. Because I already know where my skill sets are at. I would be there if I had to be a plumber. I mean, I would. I seen what they had to do to the house, and it's hard work. So I understand that. Like, shouts out to them, like for real, like that's extreme hard work. But to the points to wrap up, yeah, honestly, I echo the sentiments of both Steph and Eric that literally at this point you got to continue to really educate yourself, really lead in terms of like your family and like close people. I know we talked about being a lot more localized when it comes to movements and voting. But honestly, you really got to start it at home again. So please get yourself right, get your family and everybody right when it comes to those type of decisions, because we don't know where this world gonna continue to go. But if you have a strong core, it's gonna definitely help for you to build and thrive. Now, when it comes to feminism, we barely even got to scratch the surface, almost close to zero of a chance. But
no, that's a fact.
There's definitely stuff that earlier on made sense for feminism, but I'm very confused now, especially with the definition that we read earlier of what's the true intent behind feminism today. It seemed to have like skewed so much to a point where like every time I hear that, it's almost like when I used to hear social worker. Like I always had a bad taste in my mouth about, oh, they just gonna go take kids. Now, every time I hear about somebody being a feminist or something about feminism, it has nothing to do with the equality of the sexes. That's at least now. Back then, different story. But again, part 2 for another day.
Yeah, actually for another season. But yeah, I get what you're saying. What I want to do is I want to read Taisha's final thought. I know Taisha had a final thought here. So I'm going to be fair enough. My final thought is very sexist, so I'm not going to give you a final thought.
Of course it is.
Yeah, thank you. I love and appreciate you, Steph. But Taisha's final thought, she said, my final thoughts are, if you know better, do better. Don't settle for anything less than the best. America will continue to get a culture shock when they don't have the right attitude and mind frame. You know what? That is actually that's a good final thought. Thank you very much, Taisha. Only thing I gotta say is, this year's election is going to be crazy. I'm going to step away from it. I think I'll vote nobody. you know, because it's a real clusterfuck now. You don't even know who's really running for the Democrat or the Republicans. I don't think they really made the actual selections, but you hear Donald Trump
the Republicans made their selection.
So it is Trump.
Yeah, it is Trump. And JD Vance, the the single cat lady hating dude over there. Anyway.
Okay. After today's show, I believe feminism means women should be allowed to be sellouts too. Damn.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
But for real, like, I love women. I still love women. To all women, if you feel you want to do the same job as a man, go for it. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing I'm saying is take accountability for your mess ups, just like a man does. That's all I'm saying. You know, when it comes to this politics shit, it's comedy to me. You know what I'm saying? But like, I love all my women. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Better Minds. Shout out to Taisha. Shout out to Benny. Shout out to V Smile. Shout out to No Holdbacks. Shout out to all the women. Shout out to Tiffany. You know what I'm saying? Redemption 7. Yeah, Redemption Song 76. Benny talking shit right now, and I love it. She said, "Guys can't have all the fun." LOL. You know what? You right. It's all love, though. Guys, thank you very much for the condolences or whatever. Love and appreciate y'all, man. I actually do feel better now. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, this is the time that we have to go. So this concludes another episode of Random Thoughts. Tune in next week as we get into episode 6-17. What is that? It is science fiction and Afrofuturism.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. Damn, nigga, like you
killing that shit too. By the way, women are killing that shit.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Yo, shout out to Brittany Carter and Rhapsody. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, yeah, like, what'd you say, Ad?
Oh yeah, and that verse. But continue.
How you just gonna put my verse on there? Like, I'm just gonna come up with that shit next week. Okay, yeah, you got it. We gotta get out of here, man. It's all love. You already know. So for Famos Ramos, Vampire from Brooklyn, Advis, aka Young Ad, aka the Black Acronym, Stephanie Gale, aka Steph Wonderless, aka Steffi Big Draws, aka your mother's favorite lover undercover. This is
your man won't like that.
And he damn sure won't. This is the LYR to the ICS, Mr. Chop Cheese himself, the lyrics signing off. Peace.
Seeing it flicker, just another day inside my mind. I'm starting to snicker, like I ain't ready to wake up, but it's that time. On this early rise, man, I get this story comprised. To push it further on, you gon' need it here, put the armor on. Yeah, man, it's just a hard life, but we tend to keep it strong when we got the pace right on the timed it. When I get my prizes, man, I'm like, yo, I found it on the same foundation that kept me standing firm. Looking inside to see the glow, never perm, but it's more permeated through the way that I'm growing. So the growth is something else I'm just showing, cause it's light work, the way that I can lift it, put it all in my regimen. But I'm still saying on everything, my brethren and sisters, everybody gotta follow through and make it right. So I turn the lights on to start to get the work right. Another day. Let's get it. Mighty fine day for a form to relate with. Pocket on my change, took a roll in the same whip. Glasses on my head, paid it forward to a stranger. Now I'm on my way, transforming to a major. Deal or not, I'm controlling the ox. I'm stirring the pot, had a pot conceived from a late night thought. Then flew the coop washed up cot after last Friday on Craig's block. Share it on Craigslist, see your deals cop. The drive was insane, right around the gauge of foreign traffic lanes. I didn't save these flyers, monumental made moments, details all inquired. From each cylinder fired, the chase required, with stills rewired, positions restored, pedals floored, possibilities absorbed, outer body source, the style redressed at destiny's door. She granted access in an instant drop, went in to complete the job, shut the lock and suddenly my eyes pierced the clock. Conversations all on my mind, bringing up on this early rise. Time is ticking, I'm gonna provide, put in work on this early rise. Conversations all on my mind, bringing up on this early rise. Time is ticking, I'm gonna provide, put in work on this early rise. Sound making grounds, marking milestones very quickly. Barely been 2 hours and everyone is still sleeping. Flawless, no latency, but lately sincerity's daring me. Adding to the recipe, full transparency. I can guarantee you I wasn't this person from the rip. Rising early was a task too difficult to commit. Sleep, load my pain and sorrows, aches and quarrels, kill switched engaged. The cousin of death tried to lay me away until tomorrow. Something never promised, resurfaced from the conscious. Carbon copy constructs like social media content. Happy with the status of falcon grabbing this prey. Pardon my production, watch carefully while I just blaze. No excuses, passing dawn, breaking bad habits before dusk. Living the dream, I must like muscle, muster strength and carry on. Body, arm, head and shoulder, psych the psyche, save the shortcuts, touch the doubt and slouch inside. Navigate this early rise. Conversations all on my mind, bringing up on this early rise. Time is ticking, I'm gonna provide, put in work on this early rise. Conversations all